Everything good? Ah, hallo. Ryder will be here shortly. So he asked me to start the call. Ah, there he is.
I guess.
My job here is done.
Yeah. How's it going? Oh, that's great. Yeah. I might be getting caught during this call, but I don't know. Busy times. Did you see what went what's going on in the crypto chat and the DAO chat legend? Oh, okay. Yeah. What I gathered is that Taki, Mr. Wojciech Graper, made a proposal about moderator compensation, but he didn't achieve consensus inside the moderator sub-DAO first, and now we have like a dumpster fire going on. Yeah. Okay, let's get started with our bounty agenda and who's present, who will be present late. Okay. The first point on our agenda, I have to check the transactions, and then we will talk about a DAO handbook, newsletter payment, and finally about the DAO call recordings bounties. Okay, now outgoing transactions. Let's get started on the DAO handbook. I'm getting you the link, the latest version.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm putting it there, and you all can check then. And also, there are a couple of things that I would like to discuss around the feedback that I got with CryptoPause. So I think we can do it here quickly. It will just take a couple of minutes. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm just sharing the link.
Okay, great. Yeah, Mr. Post, you have been summoned. This is your advance warning.
Sorry, what?
I was just calling on CryptoPost to prepare himself for questions.
No, no warning. Just, but yeah.
We are missing Mr. MLG, Mr. Dynit, Mr. Kirk. Yeah. I see you added the 4 links on D-Rock Legend. That's good.
Yeah, that's I guess proof of work.
Yeah, on the Elon chain.
Yeah, Doge chain.
Twitter is the Elon chain now. He bought it.
I mean, can I ask a question now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, the weekly newsletter is done. I mean, for a month I did 4, and now if I don't want to do any more, it should be open, right?
If you want to step down, yeah.
Yeah, I want
But
to step down. Right?
I do want to step down. Okay.
Yeah, the thing that is the after question. So should the bounty, should we make another bounty, or just like clear my name as an assignee and just leave it open?
I mean, like, how do we technically do this on debug?
Uh, yeah, that's the thing. It's up to you. Like we can
Yeah,
put
what
mine
we'll
to
do is
review and done, and we just create another one.
yeah, what we do is we take the bounty you have here with the 4 links, and then we put in the nice date on top that if we
Yeah, I
ask
agree.
ourselves,
We should put a timestamp from when it started and from when it was done.
yeah, and then we'll take that debug card and put it under review and pay you, and then finally at done.
I see.
And for the next newsletter, we were discussing a monthly newsletter, and my idea is that if our test with the recurring bounty for a person, so with the DAO recording, what we are doing, what we are setting up today, hopefully, if that goes well, then we could add the newsletter to such a setup as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That was another question. Like I didn't post a bounty proposal for the DAO recordings yet, because does the payment of previous DAO recording gets paid by the DAO or by the bounty? That's the thing.
Well, previously you were doing it as a DAO core
Yeah, as a
role,
DAO
so
core,
I
yeah.
think, yeah. So then you are in the same currently not paid or waiting for payment boat as me with my DAO core role, yeah.
I guess all in the same boat. So that meaning if it becomes a bounty, then the payment starts when the bounty is made, and
Yeah.
it's not paid for previous works. Okay.
Yeah. I think
Makes
that's a reasonable way to do it, and it's rather simple to say, okay, here's the cutoff point. Sejal, do you have a link for us? Are you still?
Yes, I'm just, yes, I'm just putting it on debug, just like 10 seconds.
Okay, so to confirm,
Yeah, it's here. Like I put it in this thing, and let me also put it on live chat. Oh, thanks, Ryder. Just saw that you put. So
I'm not sure.
yeah, so I was,
Is this the latest?
this is the latest. Yeah, 1 second. Let
Okay.
me just check what is put in.
Yep.
If it says DAO handbook for beginners, then this is the latest.
It says Grape DAO handbook. I don't see beginners.
You don't see beginners? Then let me just give you 1 second.
And
Um,
the link you added to debug, I have to ask for viewing permissions.
yeah. 1 second.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Kirk. Mr. Bounty Fund owner Kirk. Yeah. Mr. Pi, your profile pic is very similar to another community member, Mr. Pi. I might get you confused. If I call you Favor, that's on me. Yeah, well, also hello to Mr. Butter, Mr. Jarvis, Mr. Billy, Mr. Tariq, Mr. Craigs. Okay, while we're waiting for Sajal to figure that out. Yeah, Legend. So from my perspective, you have done the 4 Twitter posts. So you did the work. I can confirm that. It's also consecutive. So I think we should pay the raccoon.
If possible, I would like extra compensation. The reason is the reward doesn't match the initial reward due the volatility of Grape, honestly. So I would like to add a USDZ compensation and Grape.
I agree that this is an issue.
I'm asking if it's possible or not.
My answer is that in general it is possible, but we can't. I'm not a fan of doing this now and then doing it in another way the second time we have this problem. So if you want to have this now, then we need to figure out a way how we can do it going forward for everybody, so that it is a fair process. And that will delay things.
In my point of view, let's say at the beginning, you gave 100k grape, right? And that is valued as I don't know 100, 200, right? So after 1 month, if it goes to 50, then the assignee can ask the bounty master or the bounty fund owners the missing 50 in USDC amount or grape. That's my point of view, of course, on my opinion. That's my proposal as well.
So you,
Hello.
I pause.
I agree that we at least need to think about it carefully, because would you do it the other way around? If, let's say, grape rose in value, would you deduct the difference? Like if you if it's
It
worth
goes up and it's
100,
worth more.
yeah, so is the um are people then required to pay grape the difference in USDC?
Or they
Interesting.
would receive less grape. If 100k grape is $100 and it goes up, if 100 grape is $200, you receive 50. That would be fair.
I will go with
Yeah,
that. Like you will receive less grab matching the value. Always matching the
but
value. If it goes up, if it goes down.
then it doesn't make sense to like have an amount in grape. Like we could say we could value a bounty in USDC and say that this amount is paid in grape to the current value or market condition due to but you can't say a bounty X has a payment of 100,000 grape and then later change it to the USDC value. That doesn't make sense. Either we make bounties based on USDC value and say we pay it in grape, or we pay it in grape and then we pay it in grape, and then the amount doesn't change. That's my
I think I
thinking.
agree with that. Yeah, I think we should think in SDC value, and at the end you just pay in grape or USDC depending on what's established. Because imagine like you, I mean, developer work, right? I'm not a developer, but I'm taking this example. So he does a work worth, I don't know, 500, 1000, and at the end the value of the bounty is reduced to 200. Are we changing the rewards, or we are compensating for the value of the work? Because
Yeah, but
I'm thinking the value of the work doesn't match the value of the bounty. That's the thing.
that's a rather philosophical question, because
Yeah, kinda.
value isn't necessarily in terms of USDC value, right?
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, but I think we need to look at this issue
Yeah,
like
it's very hard to.
not in a singular case, but in general.
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
my opinion on this, if from now on we should, that's my opinion, we should like think every bounty in USDC value. Like if we want to give, okay, $100 for something, we give it an grape at the end, or USDC, like
Well,
as CryptoPaw
back in
said before.
back in the day, we also had this idea of, okay, grape is voting power and gives you power in the community and power in the DAO decisions on chain. So it's a little bit, if we reward someone with grape, we basically say we would like you to have a bigger voice in the community. And if we reward someone in USDC, it's more general. It's like, okay, you did work, here's payment, but it's not specific to us. And maybe this made more sense during a bull market, but it still was the discussion we had on, do we pay USDC, do we pay grape? Well, it seems you want to you're adamant about this. So
Yeah, it's a request.
okay, then this will take time, and you will not get paid today.
Sure.
Okay. Then I shall note that down.
Another question: if like a request comes from actually a bounty fund owner, should I abstain from the vote, or should I vote as well? That's the thing, because my vote like has meaning on the request, so abstaining makes more sense, right?
Why? I don't see why you shouldn't be able to vote normally.
I mean,
everyone has an opinion, so
yeah, makes sense for me
why
to vote always, right? But in a closer
Yeah.
circle, like a closer circle, meaning the less people in the vote means my vote is worth more than in a bigger circle with more voters.
that's true.
But yeah, the point is always to vote. Like your opinions, it's always considered in every proposal and every aspect. And we move on.
I'm typing out your comments on. To be honest,
these comments are gonna bite me in the ass later on, right? I knew it.
Probably.
It's a non-zero probability. So for the voting, I think I understand where you're coming from. Obviously, you have an interest in the outcome of the vote, right? You would receive more monetary value if it goes one way than the other. But that's I wouldn't like, and I don't think it would be productive to like implicitly exclude bounty fund owners from doing bounties. So while we obviously have to be conscious of like conflicts of interest, and that's also a reason why I am not a bounty fund owner, but I'm not a signer, so I'm a coordinator. Maybe we should rename this whole role to coordinator or something like that. And the real on-chain decisions are solely made by the bounty fund owners. So while I agree that we have to stay conscious of conflicts of interest, I wouldn't like to, well, like punish you basically because you are so engaged in the community and you did a bounty and you also are a bounty fund owner. And that's why I think it's on this level of possible conflicts of interest, I think it's all right if we just say, okay, you are an engaged community member, you have been doing two things, and that's cool.
Yeah, modern problems require modern solutions, right?
Okay, I commented our discussion regarding the pegging of the grape value of a USD value of the grape at the beginning of a bounty to the final payment, and I also noted down that the payment is delayed until such a process, a general and transparent process, which would be applicable to all bounties, is decided upon. So yeah, that's that. I see Kirk and Sejal are at work in the chat talking about grape art.
Yeah. That's okay. I'll coordinate with Kirk. I had put in the link. I hope you guys can access it. Just let me know, and then I'll walk you through the changes that have been made and couple of things that were suggested, which I can talk about. So just let me know when you've opened the link. Are you able to open it?
Yeah, I'm opening it right now. I just noted down our agenda change.
Yeah.
I'm on it now.
Awesome. Great. First thing, I'll also just, keep walking. I've also opened it, so I'll keep walking you through it. So first thing is I have mentioned GrapeDAO Handbook for Beginners. I think that was a great suggestion made by CryptoPause where he said that, who is this for, right? So this is completely for beginners, of course. And then we then come on the second page. So one of the comments, the change that I have made here is, 5.0 point, which says Grape Access. So the A has to be capital, right? One of the, again, good suggestions that I missed. So, but there were two comments that were made. One is, on 3.0, which says that what do we mean by when we say you, and, how does this Grape support, like when people read the document, they are not getting the context. So the reason I've not made any change here, because these are the questions that are not created by me. These were the questions that were given by the a unique, I think Unique Ventures Club, who had
Yeah.
sent the question, right? It's not something that I have created, right? So therefore, there is no change that I'm making here, right? The other thing is, I think one of the comments was also there that how to get in touch, right? And it seemed like something is missing here, and we can talk about how people can join us. Again, this is just the questions on 13th page, right? If we just scroll down, then I have put all the links. I have replaced our Discord link, which was not working earlier, and the link that I think some one of the persons shared last time, the link tree. So I've put on the Medium link and everything there. So from there, people can know how to get in touch, right? I think that is something that I wanted to mention. Um, yeah. So in page number 3, I think there was another comment which said that instead of sub DAOs, we can talk about DAO core rules, right? In the third paragraph, which I feel that the reason it's just simple and straightforward is because it just simply says that it is organized into sub DAOs, which is based on the roles. So I think this just justifies that. But if you still feel, we can have a separate thing where I can put it. But again, like I said, this is the idea of this is to for anybody who goes on their website where they have maybe other 10 handbooks or other 10 DAOs, right? It's going to be there, which is going to make very simple for the beginners, right? So that page number 4, if we come to, yeah, here one of the things that I'm going to add is a grape art, where we can talk about that it is also for I think Kripal, you mentioned what about the grape art? We need to mention it, right? And think about
Yeah.
how communities can have its own marketplace. So this is something that you want me to write in We Strive to point, or where is exactly? Or okay, I can fit it here somewhere with communities that are, they want to create their marketplaces. Is this something that you want me to convey from this page for Grape
Yeah,
Art?
I think it makes sense because it's something that we want to achieve. Like we want to give communities autonomy. We want to give them like the ability to have their own marketplace. It's like, yeah, it's a huge thing to have, like for the Bears,
Yeah.
for example, to have their own marketplace. And there are other things that grape art can provide.
Awesome. Got it. I'll add that. That's a great point, I think, for communities who, just to let them know that they can create their marketplaces. This is something that I'll fit in here, page number 4, right? Okay. Going down, page number 5. So first I'll tell you what are the changes that I've made. So if you see on page number 5, what do I need to become a Grape member? There's Grape membership. Below that, it is how to take up a role, right? So there was a point mentioned which said that, I think this was again a good suggestion. Instead of purchase enough, we can write acquire so that it doesn't come across as hard and all. So I've changed it to acquire, right? The other thing is on Grape membership, right? There are 3 roles. So this is something that I'm not clear about, where I think it was you said there's no gorilla role right now, right? So is this something that I can remove? Because
Yeah.
this is one. Second is, I think you said we need to clarify on this because it is also the reason, we have not changed in the documentation. So what is exact thing? Because then, we can finish this. So what is that I should write in this Grape membership under this?
I think right now we don't have Gorilla, but the real mastermind behind it is like posting like a madman in live chat right now, Dynite. So maybe we
You summon the
will
ghost.
have Gorilla in
Oh.
the future, but right now I don't think we have it. So
Yeah, I think it's currently just called DAO Prospect, and that's basically the level where you can then come into a DAO call and say, hello, I would like to join the DAO formally.
Yes, yes. Even I entered like that. I got it. So I'll keep Grape member, then I'll replace Gorilla with DAO Prospect,
Yeah.
right? And then Neanderthal, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Got it. Then the other thing is acquire has been changed. One more thing, I think, because you mentioned we actively use squads. So this is something that I can mention, but the reason I didn't mention is because it's simply we are telling that where the discussions happen and the voting happens, right? So I think when people go here, then they will themselves figure out. It's again, the idea again is to make sure that we don't mention everything because a lot of things, but just also it has
yeah,
to be.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
It's just like
yeah,
I wrote down whatever came to my mind while I was reading it. Like I'm
that's
basically
great. Yeah.
someone who didn't see the text before, so that was my
Got it.
feedback. But I agree with you. We don't necessarily need to edit.
Yeah, great.
The,
Great. On page number 6, there was a typo that I fixed, which was that, under the Solana space, GrapeDAO greatly contributes and coordinates within the community. There was a typo that has been fixed. On the right-hand side, contests and events that we have discontinued, so I've removed that. And one of the points which was again good, that that CryptoPaw suggested, I've mentioned it, which is like if you become a member, then you are also you're being at the forefront of DAO governance and administration, which is very true. And I have also put it here. Right. So that the other thing is page number 7. Again, this is something that you said talk about grape art. So I'll see where I can put it. Right. In the services offered, maybe the 5th
yeah,
point that I can add is grape art, right? Where we help people set up the marketplaces. Right.
yeah.
Awesome. I'll do that. I'm just noting it so that okay. Great. Page 7 done. Page 8, the comment was, you know, this Discord link was not fixed. And I have fixed that, right? So this should work now. And there was one comment which was this goes for grape access, which I did not, was not very clear. CryptoPause, I think you mentioned around the platform, there was this comment which said this goes for grape access. I'm not very sure what that exactly is, like what that means.
Okay, I will look it up because
Oh,
I
that's
don't
okay.
know
That's
top
okay.
of my head.
But
Yeah.
I thought then I just read it through again. I did not. I don't think there's anything missing. But still, if you if you like get a chance to go through it, you can just feel free to ping me. I'll change it. But Discord link was broken. It's been fixed. Next page, page number 9. I have fixed grape access.
Yeah, we'll cut
Where
in here. Do you have many more questions, or because I would then ask you to maybe just hop in a voice channel together, and then we can already discuss other things while you get this done.
sorry, what?
Do you want to go through all pages in that level of detail? Because when I
No,
would
no, no,
ask you,
it's done. It's done. It's done. No, it's done. It's just the pointers that I was specifically focusing on was because those were the pointers where I got the feedback. So it's done. And the last point, like I said in the last page, all the links are now working. So I've put all the links. So from my end, there is just one thing left on one page. I need to remove Gorilla and to add one or two sentences about the gray part, which I'll be done in, in like next 20 minutes. So yeah, that's
Okay.
about it.
Yeah, you can if you need further guidance by Mr. Paus, you can probably ask him whenever he has time. Then you can hop into a voice session together.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm here. And also I will most definitely look at the finished PDF. But so far it's really good. I like it.
Yeah. No, your feedback was really helpful. And yeah, I just,
I
I
have to
think
step up for a minute.
sure. So CryptoPath, you can definitely ping me if there's anything. But according to me, I think now, after a lot of iterations, I feel this is, complete. And because what I realized is that this is something that has been given to us, right, by somebody else. I don't think we should take a lot of time in submitting a bounty, right? In submitting this handbook to them, right? So
Yeah.
if this was internal, then of course we could have just reworked. But I think this is this and gray part and one more point is something that I'm going to work on. But still, if you want to go through it, please go through. Ping me because today I'll for sure close this. Right? I'm working on it only.
Yeah, and it totally makes sense what you're saying. Like, we should submit it as is, basically after you made your changes, and after that we can have internal look at it. And because I'm um, I'm looking at this at what you're creating in this detail, because I think we can use it at a later stage for other things. So like all the work you're doing right now can be also like reused at a later stage for others who like want to get a quick document done or something like that. So it has also this value. That's why I'm.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely. That was actually the idea from, when I started this. I thought that I was, because at that time I just entered Grape DAO. I think this is the best way for me to learn about the DAO. And then I realized this is actually something we can, maybe sometime later we can take up as a project, right? Where we do it for Grape and which is much more in detail, lot of depth, right? So that is definitely we can take up, and this can also be used, by us. So yeah.
Yeah, this is
But
also something I think we can like with slight changes, we can use it in our documentation and also for like moderators and such, to give to people who have questions what is Grape about, and like to get a quick overview. So yeah, I
yeah.
really like it.
Absolutely. I 100% agree on that. Yeah. But thanks to you and Legend and everybody else who, took out time to give feedback. I think that is also one of the things that is not very easy to do. And it just, a lot of people don't, give that. But thanks to everyone who took out time to go through it.
Yeah, I think every feedback I gave regarding the issues I saw, and honestly on the later part of the handbook, all for me everything has been fixed, and I think for me it's fine. Yeah, but gray part is the only thing missing right now. But so far so good. Also another question for Ryder, are we applying already the 0 to 50 and 50 to 100 bounty reward?
I think he's at in another call right now.
Oh,
He said something like that. So
I have short memory.
no worries.
Yeah, pause. Did you remember? Did we apply already the 0 to 50 and 50 to 100 reward bounty reward rule?
No, I think we didn't. There is a result, but I'm not aware that we implemented it, but I can't say for sure.
Yeah, we're
Are you
gonna.
are you referring to something specific?
Yeah, for the payments. This one. I'm gonna tag.
Yeah, I think like since this is a we never talked about it before, and we have like now results, we should do the payments according to the results,
Yeah,
right?
I'm just mentioning this because it's very obvious. Sijal handbooks already in the later parts of the bounty, like more
Mhm.
it's just a little bit of missing information, and we can already give half of the bounty reward,
Yeah, for sure.
and of course increasing to 100k, but that's like another topic as well. So my opinion on this is increasing to 100k and then giving out 50% of the bounty reward already, because the work already, there is proof of work that the bounty is already at least half of it is already finished. I know Wright is not here, but I'm gonna mention again in the bounty HQ.
Um, but are you like thinking about splitting up bounty payments after a specific amount of time? Like with recurring bounties, I understand that, but like things like the DAO handbook and something and other things that you like submit once they are done, I see it more as like creating overhead if you
I think,
split things.
So what you said is right. I think that there is a exceptional cases where we can see that half of the work is like, yeah, we did this for the recurring bounties, but we can also do this for some of the bounties. Like, would you say Sejal did 50%? Like, if we had
Oh, I
like,
see. Okay, I see. Yeah. I wouldn't say no to like paying half of it, like when we see that there is enough, has been enough work been done, but only upon request of like whoever is doing the bounty. I wouldn't do it like uh, always, because I think it's not necessary.
yeah, I
If
agree.
people
Like
wait, like
for
yeah,
recurring, we can go straight to the on-chain and ask the
yeah,
bounty funders.
yeah.
With more detailed bounties, we then ask the assignee, or the assignee ask us for 50%. But we also need to include these type of details on the bounty. Like, the assignee might not know that he is possible to ask for 50%.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing to document it internally, of course, so that we know that there is the option to do it, and that we talked about it. And if there is a request, of course, we
Yeah.
should.
Sejal case, it's first one. So yeah, having a process and doing this to be documented it's a plus for me.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for that. I got caught on another topic. Where are we standing?
We were discussing whether it's possible to pay 50% of the bounty, like when we see that there is enough work, that enough work has been done.
Yeah, well, are we talking in general and specifically for the DAO handbook bounty?
Specifically,
Both.
because we had this for recurring bounties, but Sejal case is a specific bounty, so it's not a recurring one.
Yeah.
And since it's a detailed one, a specific bounty, I mean, it's more complicated, that let's say, because not every work you can like see from a glance that it's 50% done, but in Agile case it is.
Yeah. Well, the thing with percentage payment, I think we should first talk about what do we want to pay for the complete bounty.
Yeah,
Because
that's
we wanted
another
to.
topic. Yeah, like the first topic will be the
But
reward
we
being
can't.
changed to
We
100k,
can't reward
and then
50%.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that's what I said before. It's complicated.
Yeah. So, my proposal is we first talk about what do we think is these expanded and multiple times changed and very beautiful DAO handbook. What is that worth to us as a DAO or as bounty fund owners plus bounty master as this group, and when we can say, okay, we want to pay 50% or some other value of that total reward right now for work done.
My opinion on this is that every fund owner should give his opinion on how much this is worth for the DAO. We go a vote, and we go by the one with more votes. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Legend loves his votes.
Yeah, Pi, that's
Your voice
exactly what we'll be doing for task-based bounties, and yeah, then we will step that up. The main problem that's hindering us from implementing milestone bounties or milestone-based bounties or milestone-based payment in bounties, it's probably the right term, is that when we say, okay, we want this bounty being done, we want this task achieved, it's still, even though we put in quite a lot of amount of work, it still would be much more work to break it down further and define milestones often. So always comes down to what is the overhead and is the overhead worth it, and who dedicates his time and effort for that overhead.
By default, you.
Yeah, thank you very much. So the same thing, like if you're in a group and somebody asks who should do that, and somebody else tells him, "Do you have a mirror?"
Yeah.
I mean, for milestone-based payments, the process is harder and takes more time, but later on, the process you devised, it's very easier to follow and process. Right?
Yeah, my main point is just it's very specific to each bounty. It's hard to generalize the milestones, and so it's probably something we will only do for like recurring bounties.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let's talk payment. What do we have currently? The initial proposed amount was 25k Grape, and
I defer to Legend's judgment or suggestion with 100,000 Grape.
Wait, what are we talking about?
DAO handbook total payment.
Okay.
Completion reward.
Are we doing the vote now?
Yes, we will be doing the vote shortly. We have in attendance you, Pause, Dynite, Kirk. Yeah.
The thing is, yeah, I proposed to the DAO the change of the voting bot, and I think we still need to use the old one for anonymous votes at least.
I don't. We can do anonymous, but I don't particularly care. So you mean the one I used already once, the blue one, the light blue one?
Yeah. If we want to use the proposed bot that It was on the DAO
Okay.
channel. I can make it work today, like in the next 30 minutes.
Well, I also think it should be rewarded much more, and I will just go along this time with your guys' trust and Legends judgment.
I wouldn't trust my judgment too much.
And no, as I said, I think it's like the document can be used as also as a template, and we can expand it a little bit. So, yeah, it definitely should be rewarded higher because we get more value out of it.
Okay.
I think also should be higher since the handbook is gonna be how do you say it? It's gonna be visible to Web 2 and Web 3 viewers since it's gonna be displayed on unique website. If I'm not wrong. So I think I think the handbook should be
Yeah.
having a higher value.
To be honest, I'm not quite sure what they will do with this document, but the fact that we have it and the enormous amount of effort we had to put into it to just get it right, and to I think it was also for us, we were like forced to think about what we are and who does what aspects does Grape offer. So it was not only valuable for outside people coming in, but also for us internally.
Yeah, besides the handbook being visualized, given to unique, it's also very useful for us to put in Discord or our website, dashboard, Gitbook. So
Yes.
aside from being useful to the unique, it's also very useful to us as a onboarding.
Dynite first to Legend as well. That's perfect. Okay, Mr. Legend, Mr. Pause, Mr. Kurt, Mr. Dynite. I set up the vote in Bounty Paul's channel, and I pinged you as the Bounty Fund owners. And please vote. I can't do this vote in the live chat because the currently used vote bot.
Yeah, it should
Yeah,
be working next week, like from today on, the new bot.
okay.
Are we using only 100k as a vote?
Currently,
As an
yes.
option, let's say.
Currently, yes, we are doing that.
Yeah, it's easier because if someone wants another reward amount,
If somebody
they
wants to
should vote no.
propose something
So,
else, another amount, of course you can vote no, but you can also just write in live chat, and
Yeah, just
we
like
will expand the vote.
I thought I thought to myself like we could do these votes like differently. Like imagine what should the question will be what should be the extra compensation, and then every fund owner says 10, 20, 30, 40 as an option, and then you vote A, B, C, D.
don't make a thesis out of it.
I think it's
Too
always
late.
funny
Too late.
when the German guy tells you you're overcomplicating it.
I'm gonna zip it.
Yeah, else
He's
we
right. He's
will
right.
use cyanide.
You so fucking. You pinged Pause and Bounty HQ Legend.
Yeah. When you were like away, I pinged him regarding the
Okay.
the 50% rule.
Yeah, because the vote is done, right? So we know what we want.
Yes, I think the decision is quite I can close the poll now. Will be changed to 100k grape. Congratulations, Chitzal.
Thanks, everyone. It would have not been possible without the feedback and everything, but it was a great opportunity. Thank you so much. I think, what it really helped is, it really increased my understanding of the DAO and the way it works. So it really helped, and I really look forward to more such projects which help us put out the world there and really put Grape on the map of DAOs. So thank you.
Yeah, one topic has been done, which will be the value of the reward of the bounty. Should we bring up the 50% for this bounty? Specific bounty?
Well, we also have to talk about how do we do it on debug with a 50% payment? After the 50% payment, do we reduce the amount or the reward amount on the bounty to the remaining reward, or how would we handle that?
Honestly, one way to do it is just paying 50% and then the soul scan transaction. So the way I will do it is Sejal provides the wallet for the 50% in the comments. The transaction is done, and then we paste the soul scan transaction in the comments after Sejal input.
Yeah. Let me do that. Just
So yeah. And also a screenshot of the provided wallet, because you have the ability to edit and delete the comment. And it's not like, I'm not saying for Sejal, but I'm saying it's for the future bounties that we need to pay for 50%, and we need like proof of proof of transaction.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So yeah, we need the comment, the screenshot, and the transaction ID.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Comment.
Yeah, I'm
Screenshot of
just saying the process how it should be done. But my opinion on this is you go to the bounty on the work, provide the wallet for the 50%. The bounty fund owner or the bounty master takes a screenshot, and then the transaction is made.
Just shifted work from your group to me.
Yeah, basically. And then alongside with the screenshot, you paste the transaction ID to the wallet. So that way you have a proof of payment, let's say. And that will work for future bounties that we need input for other type of bounty hunters, let's say. Or community members, Web3 members as well.
Oh man, DAO chat is on fire today. I was just scrolling through. Yeah, so what I gathered is that currently we should just make a vote if we want to pay the 50%, right?
Yes.
Okay, then let's do that. And I'll set it up.
Yeah. I just entered the address. Sorry, one question, maybe because I might have missed this. I was just juggling between the links and updating the document. How was it decided? Like 50% now, and what are the next steps? Like, what do I need to do next for the rest of the thing?
By my understanding, is 50% now is rewarded. Then when it's finished, the bounty itself, when it's complete, the other 50% is handover as well. So 100% is given.
Got it. So do I need to do anything? Because from my end, I have made the changes and I have uploaded the final link on Dwork.
No, just a wallet, and we'll then paste the screenshot and the transaction that 50% has been paid.
Yeah.
Got it. Sure. I've given my wallet address, and yeah. Do I need to mark anywhere
Just
that
paste it,
it has
please,
been completed?
as a debug comment on the bounty, when it's very transparent, and easy to check. We are trying to keep
Okay.
all information regarding to payments in the debug comments for a task, so there's one central point where everything for payment is being handled.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very useful for this to be transparent, since it's gonna attract also more Web3 people to complete the bounties, so it's very useful.
Yeah. Okay,
I agree.
dear bounty fund owners, Mr. Legend, Mr. Pause, Mr. Kirk, the goat has left us. I set up a vote if we want to pay the 50% now in bounty polls. Please click your preferred option. And then we can, as soon as we have 4 votes, we can say we have a decision. Okay, 3 votes. In bounty polls channel, under bounty HQ threads, above gaming council. Okay, I will. Ah, he found it. Great. Okay, we are in agreement, it should be paid. Close poll.
Too many places where you can vote.
Yeah.
We're limited by the technology of our time.
Yeah.
That was so deep, I
A
stopped
famous quote.
typing. Who said it?
Iron Man father.
Legend. Just now.
It's a quote from the Avengers movie. It's a good quote though. For this
You didn't
specific
ping the
case.
bounty fund owners, so I didn't find it. That's my excuse.
Yes, of course.
Hmm.
We still need Sejal to write her wallet in the comment section of the bounty on the work.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Where would you know that address from?
What do you mean?
Where do you want to send the money without her pasting the address?
What? I mean, the rewards are sent through squads, right?
Yes.
To her address.
Yeah, I just pasted. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just pasted the wallet address in the comments. In the
Okay, my debug probably doesn't update. That's why I didn't see it.
Yeah,
No, I
mine.
just did it.
Aha! So this is what I meant, Ryder.
Yeah, now I see an address, and now we can do what we want.
If you don't mind me asking, why are we paying the 50% now, and when do we pay the rest?
When the bounty is done.
When you are happy.
That was my question.
When is it done?
When
is
you are
it
happy.
It's done
considered
from my end.
Yeah, so that's what I meant, because you earlier said, Sajal, that you uploaded it. So in essence, it should be done, right? So why are we voting for 50%?
But is it
My
complete?
impression was that there's still feedback from you.
Yeah, there's still Grape
Yeah.
details to be
Yeah.
Okay,
changed.
so the nitty gritty for the gray. Okay, I see. I get it. Okay.
I'm gonna beat pause.
Yeah, but I've included CryptoPause feedback. But after this, also, if there's anything, definitely I can do that. But whatever the feedback.
So
You basically are telling me we should just stop a feature creep right now.
Sorry.
It's a
Sorry,
good
did you
point,
say
Mr.
anything?
Pause.
yeah, so as I understand it, basically the job for the bounty has been done by Sajal and she uploaded, right? So in essence, the bounty is finished. We might still have small changes or things that we want to add for later use of the document, but in essence, the bounty has been done. So and is finished. So I think we should pay 100%. And I guess that if we have some feedback, Sajal would change it or give us the documents so that we can change it. So like there is no the bounty part is done, right?
Yeah, absolutely from my end. The bounty part is
Okay.
done. If there's anything else, of course,
Yeah.
for the later usage, we can definitely work on it.
That's why I was asking regarding the 50%.
I feel dumb now.
It's no worries.
Yeah, cause from my understanding, the handbook was not still finished. There was still the Grape part feedback from Kirk, and that's why I did not give the done, let's say, signal. Yeah, Greg
It's
says
also-
Grape part is missing. So is the
Yeah.
bounty finished or not finished? So yeah, not done.
Yeah, I have added gray part.
Yeah, and that's it. Basically we need to see the final document, right? And then look at it and then
Yes, for the
see whether the bounty is done or not. But if we now make a vote for 50%, set up like the squats transaction, and then an hour later decide that it has been done, we could have like
Yes,
sent the 100
that's how it will
full
be in
amount,
this
so.
case. Yeah, but overall, at least 50% is done, so she's eligible to receive 50%.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on this. Like, of course, it's a kind of funny case, like if 50% now and 1 hour 50%, but that's in Sejal's case, and like this rule just came out last weekend, so, and we are putting this on practice. So, yeah.
Well, I think we are hitting. Sajai has mentioned several times that the Unique Venture Club imposed some boundaries on this document, like word count, and I think we are at a point where this document is very advanced and is hitting like those boundaries. If we want to make it more our document and fit in sections about GAN, Grape Art.
GAN was already excluded from my side because
Yes.
as onboarding for Grape DAO and book, GAN is not. It's included as a service or a part of Grape, but not in a handbook at least. It is in a handbook, but not specifically the steps.
Well, I mean, you have for Grape Access, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 dedicated pages.
Yeah, that's how to onboard on Grape at least.
Okay.
It's not about the GAN subDAO specifically, but that's
Okay, I
how you
understand.
verify on Grape using Grape Access.
Well, my point is that the bounty, in the sense that we want a DAO handbook for the New Venture Club thingy, that's pretty much finished. And now we are at the point where like, okay, but this is still not describing everything that we are as Grape. We would like to include more details on Grape Art.
So
and maybe
that's
that's
something
another
for
bounty.
us to to decide. Like, is the handbook finished? Then the bounty funder will say yes, no.
Yeah.
If it's yes, then a PDF file for submission it's needed, and a modifiable file is also needed in case we need to do changes later on, right?
Yes.
So is this provided?
Not yet. Or
So Sejal, if you're here, like, I know you
we
provided the
Yes,
final file. Did you provide also
I'm doing it.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah,
A file
putting
that
the
we
what's it that? Yeah.
can like at least change the letters
Yes.
and yeah. Like, I wanna know if the bounty fund owners are all in the same page.
we have to do a vote for that, obviously. But what I'm trying to say here is that we have to differentiate a little bit to okay, what would be a document that really describes us as Grape, what we are, what we stand for, what we want to achieve, versus what does that look like in the limits of this Unique Venture Club's handbook. And personally, I think that within the limits set by Unique Venture Club for this handbook,
Is finished.
we are pretty much there. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my personal perspective. You shall vote
Then
by your own conscience, and I will set up a vote.
yeah, then my opinion, then the 50% it's not needed anymore. Then it goes to 100 if
Yeah,
the PDF file, the final PDF file is provided and the modifiable file as well. If these two are provided and nothing is wrong with it, then yes, 100% can be done today. Given
Yeah, I'm
option.
just doing it. Yeah, I'm just doing it. So there's one thing. One is that I can send you. Do you want me to upload the final PDF that I'll upload, which can be sent to the Unique Ventures Club, right? The second is for our internal, like whatever the edits that we have to make, that we can do because that for that we'll be needing the Figma file. That also I can share, but to be sent to the Unique Ventures Club, for that I'll share the PDF with you right now. Like I'm just uploading it.
If you can submit, if you can bundle up all together and submit via dwork the files, then yeah, it's easier. Then we click the approve button.
Yes, I'm just sending. Give me 2 minutes.
So Ryder, should we reject the old submission done by Sejal? Like the first submission was done 6th of November. So Sejal is doing the final submission now. All right. Thank you.
The new one, right? The new poll bot. I'm always for the abstain option. Always.
Are you gonna vote abstain?
Oh fuck! I've been talking for quite some time and I'm muted.
Welcome back.
What's the last thing you wrote?
Nothing.
Okay. But I remember unmuting myself after my other call, so. Well, I just put up a vote in bounty polls if we recognize it as finished or not, the bounty for the DAO handbook. And if anybody of you who's currently present, Kirk, Legend, Pause, Dynat is back, the Goat is back. Also, Mr. Goat, if you haven't voted yet in bounty polls, then please do so at. I just ping you directly the link here. Are you being petty or is it a joke, Dynat? Great.
Probably both.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. I just uploaded the Figma file link and I'm now putting the handbook for the submission to unit register.
Yeah. Dana, did you also vote the link I pasted in live chat just now? Because there's currently a tie with 3 votes pro, 3 votes for A, 3 votes for B. And,
I see that I need to get a bit more picky with bounties, right? Like if I looked at it and it says create date is 2023, completion date is 2023, and it's October. So like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the timestamp for the DAO handbook was removed, but it was not updated on the discourse. It had no
Where
time
is a
limit.
tie?
Tie is at. Oh, you somebody broke the tie. Somebody decided for the other option. Okay, that's great. We have 6 participants, but no tie anymore. Perfect. We have 2 participants.
Wait, with 5 participants, there couldn't be a tie, right? With 2 options.
6 just now?
But it says 6 participants, and there is clearly no tie, which is okay, but it couldn't have been a tie before with 5.
No, it was a tie with 6, and now there's no tie with 6.
Someone's messing with the polls. The elections are rigged.
Please
Sorry.
provide a more detailed proof of rigged election. So otherwise, I will not take you seriously and just hope that you're trolling. I will need a Miro flow shot. Thank you. We only have 3 votes on if we think it's finished, the DAO handbook. It's a bit tedious that I cannot check who voted. So I can't say, hey, please vote, mister.
It's anonymous. Why?
Yeah, it's so great. Now I'm
there.
screaming into the void, Legend.
Wait, the bounty fund owners are 7 people, so even 6 is okay, but with 7 it's not a tie. You just need everybody to vote, of course.
Yeah.
Maybe the new bot can tell you who voted, but not what they voted.
This new bot seems like magic more and more.
Yeah.
What would you like to have? Magic. Okay, no problem, sir. Okay, we have 4 votes. Very good, very well. Take it, close it.
What the fuck is that legend? What the?
What do you mean?
Why
Like you don't say nothing about Dynite's emoji, and you say about my GIF?
Dynite is too far gone. You know that. It's like, why would I mention anything?
It's too late to delete.
And at Legend, Dynamite has permissioned.
For
losing words.
emojis.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, can
Hey, Kirk.
Sejal confirm that she got all the stuff that I posted?
Hi, Kirk. Sorry, what?
Exactly, you didn't get it. See my post?
No, I didn't understand your question. What did you say?
I just said, could you confirm that you got the big lengthy post that I made?
I went through your Twitter thread that you shared.
No. I actually pinged you in the chat to go to a
Yes.
channel and you could see that. That's a lot of detail. It's not what we do completely. All right.
Okay.
But in general, we've been constantly rolling out features since I think a year and a half. And there isn't like a summary of everything that we do. So it might need a lot of refinement and some work. And we're probably leaving also a few primitives out. But hopefully this should give you a good guide to work with.
Absolutely.
I pinged you, Sejal, on the Kirk's description.
Yeah.
Kirk posted on live chat, but he moved to Grape part. Also, it is good information, so
yeah.
I'm gonna pin the message as well.
Yes, this is very informative. So what I've put in the handbook is like the gist of the Grape art, which is I think communities and other decentralized marketplaces. But this is something that we can actually work on. It's very interesting. I can work with you on content.
Yeah,
Because
it's important. I think there's so many features here, and I think we've made something that has a lot of features that people are going to go to other, like there's still the Soul Incinerator that's out there, but we do it better than them. And I'm not saying that we want to compete. We don't make money. They don't make money out of doing it. But if you need to ever transfer, let's say, all your holdings from one wallet to another, you can do that with the tools that we have. And we could advertise that. And we could say that you could do batch sending of everything. We could talk about dedicated marketplaces. We could talk about identity. There are different things that could be highlighted here that we could actually just put them in different like sections and say, you know what, we've done this too, and this is how it could be done. And people that are coming in the ecosystem could use those tools to benefit themselves. Another important thing is I have added a link that is for the boarding process that we released, I think, like almost a month ago, but we didn't finalize the implementation. Well, we have it, it's working. We just haven't made a landing page, but the link is live, it does work. So we could definitely share it so that people could start viewing it and maybe also start using it. Eventually, this is going to be connected to SPL governance. And that means that any collection that's going to board, it will go through a DAO process eventually. It's going to vote for them to be listed or not in our marketplace. But again, because of the current market situation and the way things are, we haven't put a lot of emphasis in this because we're currently in a bear market. So it's not ideal the way it is. Even 2 months back, it was even better than what it is now. So we're just on a pause for how we're going to roll this out. Because I think that when things are going to be more bullish, it's going to be a better opportunity there to have everything just ready, and we do have it ready.
Yeah. No, I got it, Kurt. You can just check if there's anything you want me to add, but I think what I've added currently about the Grape art, that is something, the idea was to, mention about it. But yeah, I mean, I think that is for me. It looks good to me. You can also check once, but if this is something that you would like to write in detail about, like on our Medium or something, then definitely we can work on the content of it, because I think there are a lot of things that you mentioned in the post and in the thread also. We can work on that. But from the handbooks, I think that is something that is good
Yeah, of
from my
course.
end.
It's very important because when someone comes in, they don't know what can be done, and they don't know what's possible too. And they go to some default tools because they're just maybe something that's more widely advertised by other people, but it doesn't mean that it's going to get the job done or even get the job done better. So we can definitely
Yeah,
adding this in more places brings more awareness to. So I'm 100% for that.
yeah, absolutely. And even for the other like sub-DAOs and the features that I've listed on the Grape, there were four things that I listed, and the fifth thing that I've added as Grape dot right? So I think that will give a good sense from the handbook standpoint, and rest of it, we should actually start promoting this, and we can think of where all we put it. I think in our Medium and the other links there, where we say that people can reach Grape protocol, there we can think. But it's something really interesting. Thanks for sharing the details you've shared.
Who the fuck slow timed the DAO channel? What's going on here? Let me post.
Language, please, is going on YouTube.
I'm shocked.
Let me post.
Yeah. Also, folks, if you just check the rework, I have uploaded the Figma, which can be used for editing. Second is I have put the Drive link, which has the PDF. The other thing that I'm gonna do, which might take 5-10 minutes because my network is a bit slow, it asks me to compress the PDF. Then only I can upload the PDF. So I'm doing that. But even if you go on this Drive link, you can even download the PDF. So I've put it there. So
Yeah,
that,
don't
yeah.
forget to upload all the links via the submit work button.
Sorry, come again?
Yeah, instead of putting the links on the comment section, just send them all via submit work on the work.
Oh, okay. Submit work, right? Got it.
Yeah, when you have
Understood.
everything, just put them all together, all the links, and just put on submit work.
Yes, I'm just putting it Figma file and the drive link. Figma file is for internal, so that is something that is not to be shared with Unique Ventures Club. It is for us to, in future, if we need to do some
Yeah.
editing, anything we want to take, we'll do
Mm-hmm.
that. And the drive link is something that we can share, and from the drive, the PDF can be downloaded. It's just that there's some internet something is happening because of that. I'm not able to compress the PDF. Hence, it is not a thing. Otherwise, that is we can even share that. So I'm also So that's it.
Okay.
Didn't we publicly make the Discord log public?
Huh?
Dean wrote something about making the Discord the Discord log about moderating stuff public, and I want to see who enabled the slow mode.
Yes, you can.
I want to post.
You go to server settings, and then you go to audit log. You can see all the logs done by
Oh, really?
moderators.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, let's check.
I mean, my proposal was to make a channel
It was Taki.
open.
Taki is guilty.
Yeah, there's a whole lot to digest.
Regarding the newsletter bounty, while Sijal is finishing the file.
Yeah, I've done that. Just uploaded both the things.
Okay. For the newsletters, so the bounty I'm assigned on the new work is moved to done or in the review, and we create a new one with a timestamp for December, right?
I'm getting too much. Okay, so we are over time. I'm getting too much into this DAO chat thingy. Let's finish this up. What are you asking?
So the newsletter bounty. So
Yes.
we closed that the one I was assigned to, and open
Yes.
a new one with the same description and with a new timestamp from this to this.
We want to, yes. But
What?
so we have to go through the votes, and
Yeah. I'm
well,
just putting on review while still not everything is finished. And
yeah. Put your thingy on review and put your bounty on review, and I think the next newsletter, we could do like a placeholder maybe, so that we at least have publicized that we want somebody to do the newsletter. But well, we might have to adjust the details according to the polls. That's something I had on the agenda today, but it didn't happen.
I moved the weekly newsletter to do, and I moved the weekly newsletter that I was assigned to review. So this
Yeah,
means
reloading.
mine is in review, and I mean from now on the weekly newsletter is open for assignees.
Yeah. Let's just call it weekly newsletter. How did you mean the weekly newsletter 4? Is that the fourth weekly newsletter bounty?
No,
or
it's the fourth submission.
the
Yeah,
fourth
we
submission?
can change the fourth for.
But if it's really the fourth, then we could call the next bounty weekly newsletter 5.
No, it's actually the second. I mean, if you mean monthly, then it's the second. If you mean weekly, then it's like the 8th. Because
Okay,
Taki did 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
understand.
and I did 1, 2, 3, 4. So monthly is the
Okay.
second. And
let's just call weekly newsletter
Taki and Jerry's, of course.
third month.
Honestly, I will do the date of the first week, the newsletter,
Yes.
and the date of the last one in the title.
Yes.
So
For your bounty, which is basically finished now, please do that.
Okay.
And I changed the description for the next one.
Okay.
And we can also add the budget, which will be 100k grape. And who can DAO member, DAO prospects, and let's say also Grape members can apply. Okay. Got this covered. Great. And then let's review our agenda today one final time and see what we got done.
Hi, was there anything for me? Just might be just some network shaking. Sorry if I missed anything.
All good, Sujan. Okay, so we talked about the DAO handbook quite in detail. We concluded. I didn't quite get the whole discussion with Mr. Kirk, but I think we still conclude that the part for Unique Venture Club is done. Is that correct? So that we think it's done and we pay.
It's a vote on chain through squads.
Yeah, I think we did enough bounty poll votes for today, and we had four pro votes and no con votes for if it's completed. So if Mr. Kirk is not in agreement, he can disagree on chain. Good. Then, if we received the documents for the DAO handbook, then you as bounty fund owners can initiate payment.
You can see the submission on the work. It's pending.
Yes,
And
I see.
that should be the final submission.
Yeah.
Yeah, also guys, I think there is no option I can see where I can
S-
upload a
Sorry, Sija.
sorry.
The Figma,
Yeah,
the Figma file and the final submission, it's the same link to Google Drive. Is that intended?
oh, OMG. Let me just. There's so many links. I'm so sorry for this. I'm just updating this Figma filing. But the drive link is the. And the other thing is, I've also downloaded the compressed file of PDF, but for some reason, I'm not able to upload a PDF on debug. Is this something that is just happening with me, or we can't upload a
I
PDF?
don't know. You can, if it's
Sorry.
not too big.
I need to head out, guys.
Yeah.
See ya.
Close,
Bye bye.
quite over time. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Yeah. So I think the drive link should work, but there is no option to actually upload PDF. I can't find it. It only asks me you can, like it says that you can do any link you can share.
Yeah,
Yes,
ping
I'll
you
upload.
in the Discord channel
Yeah.
if you can, then upload the
Yes.
PDF there. Otherwise, we will have to find another solution.
Include in the work thread in Discord. That's easier.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That's the thread I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Mr. MLG in the DAO chat, but not in the bounty column. Uh-huh. Okay. Good. So I will copy paste the agenda for the day, what we got done finally. And then you can close this off.
Thanks. I just uploaded everything, PDF on Discord and Figma file and the drive link. The work.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
my side, everything should be correct. Figma file link is here. Final submission is here also as a link. And the final submission is also as a PDF file on Discord thread.
Oh man. Okay, so we got almost everything done. The recurring DAO recording bounty still needs detail work, and we have to talk about the AlphaBot next time. The AlphaBot bounty, Mr. Legend, because we talked about a little bit that the Dinobot can count
Honestly,
emojis, and
my
if it's
opinion on
needed.
the AlphaBot, I don't think it's needed anymore. I don't think we need
Yeah,
the feature anymore.
I think you're right, but we will need to discuss it in detail.
Okay.
That's because we are 50% about overtime. We spent almost 1 3/4 of an hour.
So the pending submission from Sijal can be approved on the work.
Can be approved, okay. Well, then I will do that as my final task today. If it's to be approved, I see Google, I see Drive, I see. This Figma thing asks so many questions. Okay, great. Yes, it can be approved. Let's approve this. And it is now, where is it? Ah. It's now in review to be paid by the bounty fund owners. And I will leave that in your capable hands. Who's still here? Mr. Legend, Mr. Dynat, I will leave that in your capable hands. Please adhere to these guidelines we decided upon. Here we have the guidelines for bounty fund owners when creating transaction. And I also linked you a page on debug where all the different guidelines for everyone and for the bounty master is also covered. Yeah, so please follow the process and check stuff for Sijal's bounty. Pay her, and we will check in next week again to see if work got done or where we stand.
Sure.
Yeah. That's from my side. I'm a little bit exhausted. I will going to have a coffee. Any final words?
No, I just want to say thank you, Ryder and Legend and everyone who took our time. Yeah, it was a great experience.
Okay, great. Thank you for all the work you did. Thank you for the great bounty handbook, DAO handbook. Good. Bye bye, guys. Bye, Legend.
Bye bye.
Bye, Suchar. Bye, Tariq. Bye, Dean. Bye, Dynite. Bye, Butter.